What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the closet. Welcome back to the Christopher Moon channel, show, whatever it is. And welcome to my little rant of the day. I kind of wanted to go over the effects of what Suboxone did to me those years ago once I was on that. Now, for me, Suboxone at the time, like at that moment, it really saved my life. It really made me feel like I was getting my life back. And I went to the doctors and told them, hey, I got myself stuck on these pills, and I don't like the way I feel once I don't take them. I can't feel this way and function without these pills. Do you have anything that can help? I want to get off of this stuff. I want no drugs in my system. So they gave me the Suboxone, and it was a generic one. It was, damn it, I can't even remember the name now. But I guess that's a good thing, because it was like almost, 2-3 years ago that, I finally took that last little sliver from one of those videos and just, right under the tongue and tried to, you just kind of suffer your way through it. You fight your way through once you're quitting. And I really wish I would have done that first with the, with just the pills, but I wanted to do the right thing, do the medical way, and go to the doctors, tell them what was going on. Now what they do, they put me on this new medication, which is, just as expensive or more expensive. It was more of a narcotic than the pills were too, than the blues. They were some kind of class 3, class 4 weird narcotic substance. I don't even know. But that stuff, it worked good. It worked good for that little bit once I started taking it. It actually worked good for like a year or so. But just like the pills, just like anything else that they give you, they don't really give you the tools to get off. Like she said you could wean down, but like really didn't recommend it. Didn't recommend like getting off of it completely, because it would it'd mess you up. We don't want you to have a heart attack. We don't want you to get sick or anything. Don't quit. Just wean off very, very, very slowly, and we'll let you know once you're getting close, because we got another drug for you that will make it easier once you're getting off that last little bit. So, I had a plan. I thought it was good, but all it really did, all that Suboxone did, methadone, any of those things, they will help in the moment. But for me, over the course of time, like it just became the same monster. It just became the same prison that you're just locked in. I'm not running the streets, getting pills, doing this and that for whatever reason. I didn't have to do that anymore. But I had to go see my doctor once a month, give him a bunch of money. Even though I turned myself in, like turning yourself in for an addiction, turned myself in, asked for help, they still put me under the state guidelines of I needed to be drug tested randomly. I needed all this crazy shit that they do for people that get in trouble and their offense is because of like a criminal charge attached to it. And that was just bullshit for me. That was just bullshit that they were asking me to do that. That was something that kind of pissed me off. Then the drugs themselves, even with I had pretty good insurance, it was very expensive. It was very expensive still. So it was kind of like I just traded, I just traded these pills and this way of getting them for these strips and this way of getting it. But they were both stealing all my money and my time and my patience And like, I still felt sick. I still felt gross. I still wanted to get off. I still couldn't do it. And the long-term effects of this shit, it affects you. Like the long-term effects, I would be sleeping and just sweating, like cold sweats, hot sweats, anytime sweats, just sweating, changing your sheets at least once a week. Clothes, you sweat through those, but like I'd get these cramps up in my neck. Like, I don't even know, like I'd get a cramp like up under here. And that was weird. You know, I'd never gotten that. My legs, I get the Jimmy legs all night laying in bed. Like, they still kind of happen now. Like I got this little, you know, what's that called? Where you're like shaking a part of your body, a twitch, a nervous twitch. Yeah, whatever it is. My legs, I like doing that with my legs. I just bounce them, you know. It feels good to, you know, just keep those muscles working. I don't know. But I believe that's some part of that poison that, you know, I was taking for so long. And damn it was hard getting off. That was the worst thing too. Sweats, diarrhea, you know, all this stuff. Like, it all sucks. Oh, another thing, if you're a guy and you take this for too long, it starts making certain things work less and less over the course of time, you know? And that's garbage. So once things started to work less and less over the course of time, once I just could not take that feeling, that misery, that prison I was in anymore, that's once I decided I'm just gonna quit, you know? And fuck it, I just quit. Like, it was tough, it was hard, it was horrible. It was freaking horrible. But it was the best thing I've ever done. Best thing. But I don't even know if everybody could do it. That's something else that makes me proud. Because it was terrible. Like, I made it through. I had to grit my teeth and just bear it. Just bear it. There's nothing comfortable about it. Nothing fun. Like, and you can't even, once you're done, like, go off and, like, you know, shout your accolades, because we've already done too much fucked up stuff. You know, you've led whatever kind of life you've led. You know, if you're on that path, you know, you're taking the blues, whatever. If you're down that path, you haven't made the best decisions, and, you know, it's just not the best place. But it just really sucked. And I'm so glad that I don't have to go through any of that anymore. You get off and it's amazing. It's amazing what comes back. Like everything comes back. It all comes back. You start feeling good. You start feeling healthy. Like, it sucks. It does suck to put your head down and just try and get through what you're getting through in the addictions. But if I could have done one thing different in this situation, and that's just like hindsight looking back, because in actuality, I wouldn't have traded it. But if I could have traded one thing, it would have been never to go to that doctor and ask for help, because the help they gave me turned my 7-day detox off of the pills, the blues, into a 30-day, like 2-month. Now, it was still lingering around the second month. Like, you still have like these kind of, you know, phantom feelings and just gross feelings and stuff. But I think within like the first month, I was good. Maybe even within the first 3 weeks. They were not an easy, that whole time frame was not easy. Like, I haven't gone back and watched the videos back then, but I was in a different mind state. And really, at that time, I was just suffering, really. Suffering. I think back then I'd journal a lot, and I'd like envision being out of this stuff. And I would meditate a lot, and I still do. I enjoy it. Like, that really brings a calm over you. It really, it helps. There's something in there that helps. And there is a chemical change, and that's what we're all chasing, is a chemical change with those pills, with the subs, with anything, alcohol. It's a chemical change. And with the meditation, I want to tell you, that's a chemical change too. It's hard to do. It's a pain in the butt. Nobody likes to sit there without looking at the phone and doing all that shit. But I swear, if you sit there and you breathe and you just like follow a Wim Hof breath or something, one where you just keep breathing, 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 and then you hold your breath for a little bit. Ooh, you start feeling cold, you start feeling goosebumps, you start feeling these tickles all over. And then you do it again and again and again. And then before you know it, you're doing it. You know, your brain kind of shuts off, and you just are there. You're just there. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Like the stuff going on in here, you know, behind these closed doors. It's a good time. It really is. It's better than the, you know, not in a reality sense where like you can take something and then get instant gratification and feel great and do whatever. But I would do that, and it would take that pain away. It would take it away from me for a minute. It would come back, you know, after a couple hours of meditating, like those aches, pains. But I knew I had a tool in doing this, whatever this breath was Wim taught me about. Thank you, Wim. But man, that stuff wreaks havoc on your life. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. You got to get away from it. You got to do it whatever way you can. Because that Suboxone, you'll be on that forever. That's like the dude that quit smoking cigarettes, but, you know, for the rest of his life, he chewed the Nicorette. Or switched to the vape thing. You know, I was smoking too, and I did that. I was smoking cigarettes, because, you know, who doesn't like a good cigarette? And then, you know, it just gets to a point where you're coughing too much. Same thing with the Suboxone. Everything comes to a point where you can't take anymore. You hit the roof. You just don't want any more. So with those cigarettes, I was like, yeah, I need some help. I need to get off. I don't want to just give up. I don't want to go through anything that'd make me feel bad. And this too, everything they give you to help prolongs your misery, you know? Just, you can do it on your own. You can do it on your own. I swear it. But they gave me that. They didn't give it to me. I bought it. I did this to myself. I went and got that, not Enjoy. God dang it. What is it? Those little vapor cigarettes. I can't remember what it was called now. Like Views, or I don't know. But those stupid vapor cigarettes where you get a cartridge, it's got 2 little flavors in the pack. It's like $16, 2 of them. You put it in your little battery pack pen and you smoke that. So I went from smoking outside only. I'd just smoke outside. I'd smoke on cigarette breaks. You know, I'd smoke once I had a minute and I had a cigarette. You know, I smoked them once I had them. And it was always outside because I don't want to get the house smelly. I didn't want it too much on my clothes, like, and everything. But this vapor cigarette, like, it tasted good, you know? Tasted better. Get a little bit of nicotine, not as much as in a cigarette. But it felt the same. It smoked the same, kind of. But what happened with that? I started smoking that inside because it didn't have a smell, and it smelled nice. So, you know, you really couldn't tell. And they came in flavors at the time. So you'd walk into the house and it would smell like grapes or something, you know, fruit punch. And, you know, who wants to give up that? I'm not going outside anymore. I'm not out in the snow, not out in the sun. I'm smoking. I'm in the house, chilling. I don't have to empty an ashtray. Like, it was just something that made it harder for me to quit. And it gave me a different kind of cough, a different kind of nasty feeling. you know, that wasn't the same as the cigarettes. The cigarettes was like, you know, it was a better nasty feeling, a more natural nasty feeling. But god damn, that e-cigarette was hard to get off. It was real hard, you know. Shit, even from there I switched from there to those little packets. It's not like snus, but it's like a little packet of nicotine. I don't know how they make it. It looks like a little packet of something white, you know. And it's weird as it is, but you just take that and put that in your gum, put it in your mouth somewhere, and you know, it just releases that nicotine. And I'd get that release, and I'd even go to bed with those things. Isn't that miserable? That's what addiction does. You do the dumbest shit of your life because you're addicted. Your body thinks you want more, so you do more, you take more. You know, and it's just silly. It's just silly. But, you know, that's what I would say. If I could go back and change any of the stuff I did, it would be to stop looking for the easy way out. You know, really it would have been to stop looking for the easy way out. I think for myself, it was good and beneficial that I looked for the easy way out, and I asked for help, and I did these things, and they gave me more, you know, roadblocks before I was going to get to my sobriety. And that's fine, because I needed that. I've had a hard time with it. And I needed all those roadblocks to make it a little bit harder, to make me really want that sobriety. And if I never went through that, I never did that, you know, I wouldn't be the same person today. I needed to go through that. I needed to go through each one of those shitty phases of, okay, now I'm wasting money on this, now I'm wasting it on this, now I'm miserable and doing this, now I'm miserable and doing that, now I'm fucking miserable and doing this. And that's exactly what I needed. I needed that fucking misery. I needed that misery. And I believe, and you know, even Mackenzie, the people in my life that I love, they believe too, that is what helps you grow. They're glad it's over. I'm glad it's over. Nobody's more glad than me. But that's where the work is, you know. It was easy to get into the addiction. It's going to be hard to get out. Just remember that. Nothing happens overnight. It's easy to get in. It's going to be hard to get out, but you can do it. I know you can do it. Hell, I did it. I couldn't even find a hat, and I did it. I got them all over the place. Didn't have one for this one. Whatever. But that's it, everybody. You know, I just wanted to come in and tell you a little bit about, you know, how nasty that Suboxone was, how hard it was to get off, and just, you know, things that are hard, they're worth it. Everything that's hard in front of you, all the paths in your life that are full of obstacles, those are the paths you want to take. That's the stuff that's going to be good. You know, you could take the path with the obstacles, or you could slide down the hill, you know, the little slide with the little sack, you know, and just slide down there. That's fun. That's a lot more fun than, like, you know, getting cut, you know, trying to squeeze past something or do something. But who's going to be the stronger dude, the stronger lady on the other side? You know? Love you guys.